The galaxy had long believed that war was a relic of the past. For millennia, advanced civilizations within the Galactic Alliance thrived under a golden age of peace. Their technologies surpassed imagination, their diplomacy refined to the point of avoiding any major conflict. Disputes were settled through negotiation, simulations, or economic strategies. To most species, war was primitive, a failure of intellect. Then came humanity, the newcomers. When Earth finally achieved faster-than-light travel, the Alliance extended its hand, not out of necessity, but out of curiosity. Humans were an enigma, a species teetering on the edge of chaos, yet undeniably capable. Their introduction brought an uneasy energy to the Alliance. Unlike the others, humanity bore scars of countless wars etched into their culture, history, and even their language. They were survivors, and that survival often came at a brutal cost. To the rest of the galaxy, humans seemed contradictory. Their art, philosophy, and achievements reflected a desire for peace and beauty, yet their histories were soaked in blood. No other species had a concept like total war, let alone detailed records of thousands of them. For some, humanity was fascinating. For others, they were a warning. One Alliance member famously remarked, "Humans have spent more time fighting each other than building their world. What could such a species offer but destruction?" Still, humans were admitted into the fold, though reluctantly. The Alliance sought to guide them, to elevate them above their violent instincts. Yet, despite humanity's outward politeness, their military readiness unnerved their galactic peers. Human diplomats spoke of unity and cooperation, but their ships bristled with weapons, and their soldiers trained incessantly, even in peacetime. The galaxy's disdain for humanity's barbarism deepened during their cultural exchanges. While other species showcased grand symphonies or interstellar architectural marvels, humans proudly shared stories of wartime ingenuity. From guerrilla warfare to cyber-sabotage, they viewed their ability to adapt and overcome as an art form. To the Alliance, this was horrifying. But to humanity it was survival. The true test of humanity's place in the galaxy came unexpectedly. An ancient terror, long thought extinct, returned. The Harbingers were a predatory species that consumed entire worlds, leaving nothing but ash and silence in their wake. Millennia ago, they had been defeated at great cost and locked away in a forgotten sector of space. Now they had returned, and the Alliance's peace was shattered. The initial encounters were devastating. Alliance fleets, sleek and advanced, were torn apart by the Harbingers' relentless assault. Entire planets fell within days. In response, the Alliance convened, desperate to find a solution. Proposals flooded in, negotiations, containment strategies, evacuation plans. All failed to account for one simple truth. The Harbingers were not interested in dialogue. When humanity volunteered to fight, the other species scoffed. "They'll burn themselves out," one diplomat sneered. But humanity persisted, their leaders offering a chilling statement. "We've seen monsters before. We'll see them again. But monsters bleed." The galaxy would soon learn just how much humanity meant those words. The Alliance had grown desperate. Despite humanity's successes, the Harbingers remained a formidable foe, adapting to even the most unconventional tactics. Entire species began to lose hope, resigning themselves to extinction. But humanity refused to stand down. Where others saw inevitability, humanity saw opportunity. Human leaders stepped forward with a bold proposal, one that initially shocked the Alliance: a unified counteroffensive. It wasn't a defensive strategy or an attempt at containment. Humanity's plan was clear. They would take the fight directly to the Harbingers, striking at their heart. For the Alliance, this approach was unthinkable. Offensive warfare on such a scale was a relic of their distant past, long abandoned in favor of diplomacy and deterrence. To humanity, it was simply the next logical step. The plan relied on two things: humanity's ability to innovate under pressure and their talent for rallying others to their cause. While the Alliance had previously dismissed human leadership as brash and unpredictable, they now found themselves captivated. Human generals spoke with passion, their strategies rooted in centuries of hard-earned experience. They studied the harbingers with an intensity that bordered on obsession, identifying patterns and weaknesses that others had overlooked. The harbingers operated with a strict hierarchy, relying on central command structures to coordinate their fleets. Humanity exploited this ruthlessly. They devised a multi-pronged assault aimed at dismantling the harbingers' leadership. It was a gamble, but humanity was no stranger to risk. To implement this strategy, humanity did something even more audacious. They persuaded the Alliance to abandon their passive ways and fight alongside them. At first, the other species resisted. They found the human methods crude, even barbaric. But as humanity demonstrated their plans in simulations, doubts began to fade. Slowly, begrudgingly, the galaxy united under human command. The counteroffensive began with coordinated strikes across multiple systems. Human forces led the charge, using tactics designed to confuse and overwhelm the harbingers. While other species provided support, it was humanity's creativity that drove the campaign forward. They deployed decoy fleets to draw the harbingers into traps, used drones to disrupt their communications, and even sacrificed their own ships to create openings for critical strikes. What truly set humanity apart, however, was their ability to inspire. Human leaders didn't just command, they galvanized. They taught their allies how to think like them, how to embrace the chaos of battle. Under their guidance, even the most pacifistic species began to adapt, learning to fight in ways they had never imagined. The turning point came when humanity executed their boldest maneuver yet, a direct assault on the Harbinger's central command. It was a high-risk operation, one that could end in catastrophe. But humanity's belief in their plan was unshakable. They led from the front, coordinating the assault with precision and determination. As the Alliance fleets converged, the Harbinger's defenses began to crumble. The galaxy watched in awe as humanity turned what had once seemed like an impossible fight into a coordinated symphony of destruction. For the first time in eons, the Harbingers were not just repelled, they were driven into retreat. The Alliance, once fractured and fearful, now stood united under a single banner. And at its heart was humanity, the species they had once dismissed.